Okay, in these first couple videos, I want to talk about just getting us set up with Live, which version you should get, where you can get it, and getting it installed and set up. So first, there are 3 versions of Live. Now, I'm not talking about the number at the end of Live. Like, we're going to be talking about Ableton Live 12. That's the version number I'm going to be working with in this series of classes. I also have series of classes on Ableton Live 11, 10, and 9, and I think 8 is when I started making all of these live classes. But that's not what I'm talking about. There is Ableton Live 12 Intro, Ableton Live 12 Standard, and Ableton Live 12 Suite. Okay, so if you look up here, you can kind of see that there's a breakdown of what has what. Basically, Suite is the big version. Suite is the full version. Standard has less stuff than Suite, and Intro has less stuff than that. So balance that against the cost of each one. Standard is cheaper than Suite, and Intro is cheaper than Standard. So you can kind of see here that where it really comes down to is the instruments and effects. So you can see here software instruments. In Suite you get 20, in Standard you get 11, and Intro you get 5. Audio effects. In Suite you get 58, in Standard 35, and in Intro 20. MIDI effects, MIDI tools, modulators. Software instruments, I guess, is another big one. You get 20 in Suite versus 5 in Intro. So you can kind of go down and see all the different things on this page. The page I'm at is ableton.com/en/live/compare editions. So what does all that mean? Let's put this into like practical understanding. If money is no object to you, get Suite. Always. That is the professional tool. You're going to want Suite to be making professional music. Hands down, no question about it. But if you don't have all the money in the world, that's okay. You can upgrade. So you could get Intro. If you're just getting into Live and you don't know if you're going to like it, get Intro. Get Intro, and then once you decide this is what I want to be doing, then save up the cash and invest in upgrading to either Standard or Suite. Eventually you're going to want to get to Suite if you are aspiring to do professional work. If you can afford Standard, get that, and then you can upgrade to Suite. Okay, so my advice to you is if you can afford it, get Suite. If you can't, get what you can afford, and if you really like it, you can upgrade down the line and get Suite. Now, I can't really tell you what the prices are because they change all the time, but I do want to talk about the purchasing process here. So let's go to a new video for that because I have some tips that might get it for you a little bit cheaper. Let's go.